Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network on YouTube, yay! And I'm trying something new, and hopefully, let me see if I can, this music seems really loud, doesn't it? Which I'm excited about, it's Spotify, but let me see if I can get this a little bit lower. Seems like it's loud. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for, keeping the faith and hanging with me while I, get on this journey. And yeah, seems like it's really loud. Okay, let me go check on another setting. Like I said, every time I change something, it seems like things go awry. Well, I shouldn't say awry. They're just a little different. I'm gonna turn this down here. Maybe that'll help. Still loud for me though, so for some reason my keyboard, oh, I know why. Hold up. There we go. That's what I want. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm really excited about this. I've been using this keyboard. I'll show you right now. This keyboard here allows me to switch between 3 different devices. So I've got my PC, I've got my ThinkPad, and I got my cell phone. I'm not going to be using my cell phone today, but I'm able to, switch between several devices using Bluetooth, which is super awesome, especially when right now I've got my new camera set up. It's not actually a new camera. I've got a new table that has my camera, my laptop, and everything, which is now farther away. So I now have more desk space. Yay! Super excited about that. So anyway, so yeah, whenever I try something new, it seems like I'm always tweaking with things. But hey, it's a journey. We're all in this, and this pandemic has just made me realize that, I think one thing that's been awesome is that I think we're much more forgiving with each other now that we've been going through this together. And not only are we more forgiving, we're a little bit more compassionate, understanding, patient. There's just a lot of things that have come out of this, which has been awesome. And I'm excited too because, as you know, 2 weeks ago, I went out to Bainbridge Island to visit with my friend Ferg and my friend Allie. And I was a little nervous because we were in this really busy shopping center, like plaza area. So Allie and I had coffee, and I was a little nervous because, the 2-week incubation period and stuff. So past that, so yeah, Bainbridge Island was fun. I may be going out there again sometime. But yeah, so today, as you know, on Thursdays, I like to do Thrifty Thursday. And I was at the Lego store and I picked up a couple different things. And I think today I'm going to do the trophy. But while I was there, I also picked up another brickhead, which is the Monkey Kid brickhead. And I'm a little disappointed that Monkey Kid, I love the line. I think it's an awesome line. But for Thrifty Thursday, the only thing you can get for $19.99 or less is either the expansion pack or this Monkey Kid brickhead. And that's it. So I think it's been nice because I've been able to, build several things from different parts of the Lego universe, you know, Minecraft and Jurassic Park and Minions. But Monkey Kid, really, you only have one set that's affordable? I mean, I think that's something that could be an improvement area, because if you want more people to have access to these new kinds of ideas, you've got to make some things more affordable. And that's why, as you know, on this journey on Twitch and on YouTube, I've been talking about that accessibility to people is really important to me. And that's part of the reason why I still stream. Not just accessibility based on cost, but accessibility based on just hearing more voices out in the internet that maybe are not heard as much. And so even despite any kind of challenges that I may have, I still keep going, because I know that I'm representing some voice in the community that maybe isn't heard as much, whether it has to do with, you know, gender or, like I said, financial issues. But I just think that it's good to get many voices out there in the community to, you know, get a wider perspective. As you know, I haven't been doing any Harry Potter sets. And part of the reason for that is because of the whole ecosystem. And I know that Lego has an agreement with, I think, Warner Brothers or whoever owns the Harry Potter franchise. And I just think for me, I haven't delved down that road. If somebody were to give me a gift in the future, I might consider it. But honestly, I think right now I am going to focus on just doing the things that resonate well with me. And for now, if anybody's wondering why haven't I built a Harry Potter set, I just haven't gotten around to it. I may do that, just to, goes back to having the voices and making sure I touch as many of the products that are out there that are affordable. I've done the dot sets. I've done the some of the city line, of course. City line. I've done Friends. I've tried to touch on as much as possible. So I do know that eventually I will be doing some sort of Harry Potter set in the future. We'll see. We'll see. I love the stories. I love the stories that J.K. Rowling has done. I just think that it's some of her viewpoints are things that I don't agree with, and it's kind of hard for me to go down that road. But if I really want to give a full representation of what the Lego line has, then I do know that eventually I'm going to have to go down that road. But anyway, so what I'm going to do today is that I have with me, and like I said, I was debating about doing the Monkey Kid one or this one, but the focus on Thrifty Thursdays is to pick the different kinds of products out there that are $19.99 or less, and things that can still provide you some enjoyment and, you know, at least maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of, you know, enjoyment with being able to build. I know a lot of people can build faster than I can. I've never professed to be a fast builder, but I do think that I provide some useful information that you'll find interesting. And the other thing I want to mention is that I have been in the middle of a bunch of challenges, as you know. And I was thinking about the month of July, and I just came off of Bricks by the Bay, where I was working on quite a few different MOCs for display, both in collaborations and my own. And then I also had the Daily Brick Limit Challenge, which just started this month, as well as the Rebrick This Challenge, and then, of course, the Tricky Bricks challenges that I've been doing, and then I added Let's Build Magic. And I'm thinking that I really took on probably more than I should, because things are starting to drop. So for next month, I've kind of made a pact with myself that I'm going to focus on some of my larger builds that I'm going to get ready for BrickCon. And, you know, one of those is the steampunk airship and the airship airport. Now, BrickCon is now officially on. We made the announcement. You probably saw my interview with RJ Coughlin. And so I'm super excited about that, because BrickCon is now my new home show. My earlier one was Bricks by the Bay, but now that I live up here in Seattle, BrickCon is mine. And I am excited to see what they're going to do with the hybrid model. So if you are planning to register, you need to register soon, because they're going to cap it at 400 builders. They're going to open up the registration August 1st. So tune in on August 1st, get in line or go online and sign up, because I know I'm going to do that because I want to lock in a space for myself, because I am, as I mentioned before, pirates is my thing. So even though I'm going to be doing Dystopia along with Eric Wilkinson, I will certainly put some of my pirate ships out there. I really hope the Houston brothers will be able to come down from Canada to display, because they usually bring like 15, 16 ships, which is absolutely awesome. So if you're looking for some of my builds, definitely look in the microscale area, in the pirates area, and then Dystopia. And I'm going to keep promoting this. Dystopia, we're going to have two major collaborations or group builds. One of them is the Dream Bunkers, Apocalyptic Dream Bunkers, that started at Bricks Cascade. And the second one is this steamship I can't talk today, steampunk airship display that we want to do. And Eric and I are chatting. I'm going to come up with a couple of different guidelines along with him. And hopefully we're going to have a bunch of people bringing airships in for our steampunk airship collaboration. So stay tuned, and I will tell you some more about that later. But for now, I am excited because we are going to be doing this trophy set, which I think, I was looking at this and there are some stickers in here, but I think I will forego the stickers because there's just so many different things that could be done to customize this, and I haven't thought about who I'm going to give a trophy to next. Who could that be? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people deserving. This is a really cool set because it's 200 pieces for $12.99. Now this is a Lego exclusive, so you won't be able to get this at Target or some of the other big box stores. But it is something that if you, it's similar to the birthday cake, that you can get it from the Lego store and you can order it online. So let's go ahead and transition over so you can take a look at that one there. So there it is. This is the trophy. And just looking at it from the outside, you can see that it's a really nicely made trophy. It looks like it's going to be swooshable, that it looks pretty sturdy, and I'm pretty excited about putting this together. Not necessarily for me, maybe for the parts, because it comes with 200 pieces for $12.99. I mean, that's a good deal. So as you know, I typically open these, break the seals. Now, this is interesting because for a $12.99 product, usually I expect push tabs. Usually the boxes are a little flimsier, and they position them to be like that. Now this box itself is a little on the lighter side, but I'm really looking forward to this because look at that. A lot of primary colors in this. So it should be pretty straightforward. And I'm looking at some of the different labels that they have, like Hero. In fact, I should probably look for the sticker sheet. Here it is. Let's look at that sticker sheet, shall we? Oh, this is cool. This is super cool. So as you can see, they have for the 2x2 white tile, they have, number 1. If you're into tennis or into football, in fact, I might even consider putting the football one on. The champion, BFF, best dad ever. I think they should have a mom too, don't they? It says best dad ever. Brick buddy, best mom ever. There it is, in purple. I was gonna say they better have also a best mom ever too. they better have full representation. Yeah, and of course they have to have an awesome. So I think this is going to be, I think, a very good set that's generic, that could be used for any kind of celebration. And even if you're awarding somebody, you don't have to necessarily make the trophy. You can just give them the box and let them make the trophy on their own. So, yeah. And as you know, I'm in my green screen area, and I like to have my little napkin out here, so then that way all of the pieces don't go rolling off of the counter. This is a very nice little table or desk, and the only problem is that the surface is super slippery, so I don't want things rolling around. So yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of knolling, I think. I think one thing I've learned is after streaming for a while that I definitely go faster if I have pre-knolled the pieces. And these are not numbered, so I'm not sure if there's any rhyme or reason. I still haven't been able to figure out, honestly, how Lego does their, you know, how do they decide which items go into which bag, right? But you can see there's lots of yellow here, so. And with knolling, you know, that's really up to the individual how they do that, but I like these curved pieces. These are some of my favorite pieces. These 2x4s, the slope. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of people I know right now who are at Brick Rodeo in Houston. So there's going to be, I noticed a lot of posts that are coming out on Instagram. So I know that two of the Lego masters that I know, Dawn Slobodka and Michael Kanemoto, they're both going to be there. I think Jeff McElwee and some other people that you may have seen on Brothers from Another Brick, they should be there, of course, touring the area and checking out all the different builds. So you're gonna enjoy at least taking a look at what they might have to offer. But yeah, so like I said, I've been super excited about just this is con season, right? Starting with well, I should go back because it starts in January with Bricks LA, but I start getting excited right around June and July because that's where Bricks by the Bay, as you know, that's where I got my start. Bricks by the Bay, that's where I got my start in how I get started to get excited whenever June and July come around. Then the next wave for me is coming up in October. And like I said, I have now adopted Seattle as my new home. And I love it up here. I really love it up here. It reminds me a lot of San Francisco because of the water and everything around. Hey, Robin Eklund, how are you? This definitely is a set for plates and slopes. Yes, definitely plates and slopes. Have you built this one already? Because this is the first time I've built this, and you know, I was even thinking that I maybe should have held off on this because this could be a good set for a rebrick challenge. But you know, that doesn't mean I can't consider it later. But Debo has already picked the next one, and we will be announcing that on Sunday. So for those of you who are following along on the rebrick challenge, which by the way, Robin, your little hobbit hut village is absolutely adorable. I really love it. And so I really appreciate you posting that. And it's also part of Lavender Leg. So I'm just really delighted that you've been joining in on the fun. And yeah, and the other thing that I'm trying to work out is in August, we will be doing another mock improv. So I'm trying to figure out, I've got to circle back with Ferg because he mentioned when I interviewed him that he might want to sponsor it. So I don't know if maybe I'll do one and then I don't think I have to wait for him. We can do another one later with him. But yeah, when he said that, it was like, really? You want to sponsor this? This is great. Yeah. And I hadn't seen Ferg in over a year, so it was just great to reconnect with him and Allie and other people. In fact, Allie was saying, yeah, that Bricks Cascade was the last time that we really got a chance to connect. These are awesome. Oh my gosh, look at all these beautiful colored tiles. Yeah, look at that. This is nice. And then I know that maybe I see if I can do a wider shot here. Yeah, you can see that I've got a lot of plates here, these tiles, and I think we also have more plates and tiles. Yeah, so these 2x4 tiles are awesome. I'm looking forward to using those. And if you've seen me build before, you know I don't typically do a lot of knolling, but now that I've seen how much faster other people build compared to me, I've started to embrace knolling as a best practice, because when I was building with Doc Sampson and with Aubrey and with Ferg, guess who's the slowest all the time? It's me. You usually don't buy these sets until you see what's in them. So you watch me. Oh, okay. All right. Well, good. Well, PT McEwen has also mentioned that to me, that he likes the fact that I also focus on the smaller sets. Okay, I'm hoping that these were in the set too. The brown, yeah, I'm guessing these brown ones were too. So yeah, so like I said, I like the fact that, you know, since I'm focusing on the more affordable sets, that I think, you know, this is an easier price point for people to get into Lego. Because I think a lot of people, when they see builders, you know, making these $200 sets or $300 sets, which are awesome. I wish I could keep buying $200 sets. But a lot of people, they just want the experience. They don't necessarily want to have to, you know, fork over a lot of money to be able to do some Lego. So I'm providing a service where I'm doing that. And you're welcome, by the way, on your lavender hut. I just think it's delightful that you're participating, and that also that you participated in mock improv remotely. And you know, if that's something that's of interest to you, I'm waiting to hear back from a couple builders that I've already reached out to. But if that's something, I know you and I think Little Scrap had participated last time, so you know, we may end up, you know, bringing in more people. I think though 5 people was about right, because when we were debriefing about the first one that we did live, that you know, getting a balance of the different styles, and then also giving people a chance to be able to speak. Now here's my favorite color, medium blue, and I did not know they made these 1x1s with the 2 snots on the angle. Zoom in a little. This is great. Now what's a little concerning is that there's 3 of them, but I think they're going to be hidden because I don't see them on the outside of the model. I think those are hidden pieces, which is a shame because they're awesome. Those are awesome pieces. All right, well, it's okay. And like I said, I usually don't do a lot of knolling, but I've decided, oh, we get 4 of these. I decided I'm just gonna, you know, continue on. And hopefully by the time I'm done knolling, that'll make the building a lot faster. Yeah. And the other thing I'm really excited about is I turned in my mythology mock to Tricky Bricks before the stream today, and that will be tomorrow at 10 o'clock, so 10 Pacific time. So if you are planning to watch the Tricky Bricks show, you will see my mock. And if you probably saw what I was doing, I've doubled the size. So what I had submitted for Brickanista on the 18th, it's actually twice as big now. It's twice as wide, I should say, not twice as tall, but twice as wide. And I'm so excited because it's one of those things that I tried out this new technique for me, being able to use layering of plates on a backdrop. And I've seen other people do that before, but it was new to me. And I was just super excited that it's, you know, Blavender, my new thing, Blavender, and just seeing everything come together so well. I mean, it's definitely a technique that I'm going to use more in the future. Speaking of people who use that technique, that the person that I know who does that a lot is Claire Nordlow Boyd, and she should be at Brick Rodeo right now. So Brick Rodeo is happening in Houston. I know our friend Glenn is there right now. He's been sending me text messages. In fact, what's funny is he sent me a photo of a mock that said Panda Land on it. And it was done by, I think, a 12-year-old. And it's a panda land with all these pandas in a forest. And it was very, very cute. And that was just nice of him to think about me and send it over. Yeah, we have an awesome community. Lots of really great people. Lots of fun, and I can't wait until I go to my next convention. And theoretically, I probably could be going sooner if I, decided to break down and get an mRNA vaccine, but I'm still holding out for Novavax. It's like, come on, government, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. You can't wait to see the expanded version. Yeah, I might give you a sneak peek. We'll see how much time this takes me because I do have it on my computer because I actually used Photoshop this time. I took photos. Sometimes I'm really cutting it down to the wire, and when I do, I don't have enough time to do, all the Photoshop, making it look really good, but I did spend the time to do that, and super, super excited. So yeah, if we have time for a sneak peek, I will definitely show you. And looks like my green screen is starting to fall down. Hopefully it won't be an issue. Because I'm looking at, yep, you can see my boxes. I will fix that later. Let's see, let me see if I adjust this. That's not too bad. There we go. So I think you can still see some of them, but yeah, I think once there's things that are in that box that it goes back to, sometimes you hold on to things that you don't need to hold on to. So I'm in a purge mode lately. Just, I have a lot to purge. So once I get, things organized a little bit, it'll be a little bit better. Okay, so almost done knolling. I've got 4 of these over here. And, alright. So hopefully, like I said, knolling will hopefully make me build a little faster. Because I am a slow builder. I will just tell you, I'm just I forewarn people. I tell people, if we're going to build together, just know that I'm a slow builder. And like I said, not everybody can be a fast builder. You got to have the slow ones to balance it out. Okay, here we go. I think we're done knolling now. All right, fun times. And let me just look at my camera. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm just making sure that my background isn't too distracting. Yeah, no, that'll work. Okay, so here's the first step, and it tells you to put a sticker onto a 2x2 tile, and it's kind of funny, they actually tell you to put all the stickers on so you can use them later. But honestly, as you know, you don't always have to follow the instructions. Yeah, this is interesting because they're having you put all of and they've even mapped out which colors to put which ones. So for example, you have the awesome with the red, but for me, it's just like any other builder. Sometimes you want to hold off on the stickers so you can use them in some other place. So yeah. Okay. So we are going to do this. And like I said, by doing the knolling ahead of time, hopefully this will make things go a little faster. And I'm going to move this out of the way so we have a build area. And I'm trying something new with the music. I have hopefully a DMCA playlist, which is going on in the background. which is Spotify. So I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. YouTube is a little more picky, so hopefully YouTube isn't going to strike this, because I specifically look for a playlist which is DMCA free, so then that way, you know, we don't have any hit artists who are going to come down on me for playing their music without their permission. Yeah, yeah, you can definitely tell that my knolling has helped with this. You don't use stickers unless you're keeping that set. Yeah, good idea. Let me move this up a little. There we go. Move this back. This is better for me too, because this is closer to me. Yeah, and like I said, when you're streaming, there's all these things you have to consider, right? It's like, are my cameras up? Or is my lighting okay? You know, is my green screen function working? Yeah, but, you know, oops, I already skipped a step. All right, we need to put plates or tiles down. I do like the fact they have all these little corner tiles. So even for a parts pack, this is a really good parts pack. And put these down here. Joel, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Salutations. Salutations there. Yeah, so we're working on the trophy, which is $12.99 for 200 pieces. And we were just talking about how they tell you to put all the stickers on these tiles ahead of time. And it's like, you know, unless, you know, I plan to keep it, I probably won't be doing, so I don't think I'll be doing stickers today. Because I didn't buy this trophy with the intention of giving it to somebody. Now this is cool. I do like this technique, where you make this rounded edge and then you put it on the side like this. Oops. Yeah. So very, very simple technique. You just use this is a 1x3, and you may have seen me make the stapler. Let me see if there's a 1x, yeah. Here's how you make a simple stapler. You take a 1x3 and then a 1x3 curve, and there you have the little stapler. So I did a mock one time with Chubbin working at the stapler factory. Yeah, but anyway, so for this technique, you just have the 1x3 curved slopes, and it makes that little rounded edge. So really good for molding. You know what? Less than 20 bucks. The Spider-Man, yes, I almost got that. The only thing is that I just recently did a card, so I wanted to get something that was a little different. Oh, hey, Spot the Magic Ninja, how are you? Welcome to the stream. We are working on the trophy set right now, and I am trying to improve my speed on building, so I knolled everything out. And I was noticing that the last several times that I've streamed a live build with somebody else, they've always beaten me in time. So I've got to work on my skills. That's super cute. Yeah. Yeah, I may be picking that up for a future one, Joel. Considering that the armor mechs were also really a good deal too. Yeah, that was great to see. So you know, I like how we're starting to see Lego take a few sets and make them a little bit more affordable. Now I have noticed that the more affordable ones also tend to be vehicles, usually cars or planes or drones, and then also the mechs. And that's what they did with the armor mech. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's, you know, their intention, but it would be nice to have some things that aren't necessarily cars. because not everybody's into cars, right? But like I said, when I went to go visit my friend Ferg, he's big into cars, so I built a car during that stream. But I'm not really a big car person. So, yeah. But as you can see, we have, you know, we're kind of building up another part of the base. And now that I've knolled everything, it's definitely a lot easier to find things. so, so like I said, maybe I've got to improve my skills. So I'm doing it slowly, trying to, because the other thing that I'm doing that, you know, when I'm building with somebody that they're not necessarily doing is I'm pointing out things, right? And I'll say, for example, hey, look at this snot brick that they have right here. This will be great for a plate that you might put like this. Yeah, so you have to pause to do that. So I'm not always constantly building. Yeah, so I'm excited about, I think our friend Lego Maniac Zach, I think he's at Brick Rodeo right now. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some people to talk about what they saw at Brick Rodeo. So I'm stoked about that. And as I'm reading my instructions, this goes back to paying attention while you're talking. So yeah, I had to move that out of the way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to BrickCon. As you know, BrickCon is on. It is on. Now, this brown in the middle might be a signature color of somebody, because usually when you see a color like that that's hidden, it makes you wonder why. Why did you do that? Why is there a hidden color there? Yeah. So as you can see, what we're doing is we have the double, the 2x2x2 snot piece, or I should say 1x2x2, which you see in a lot of brickheads. So here's a set if you're not into brickheads, because there's some people who refuse to buy brickheads, and I get it. You know, they're not the most attractive things. But if you don't want to buy a brickhead, but you want to get some of these snot pieces, this is probably the set for you, because you can get these awesome parts for a very reasonable price. And you don't have to give the trophy to anybody. You could just build the trophy like I'm doing right now. Just build the trophy and use it for something in the future, right? Or tear it apart and just use it for the parts. Okay, now this piece, I don't know what to call this, but this is a cool piece, because you can see it's got the notch on the side here. So that notch in the side, it's like a 2x2, and it has an axle hole in the middle. So this piece, I think, you know, is pretty cool to have. And they're putting it right in the middle here. And looks like we need some brackets. Where the brackets go? I saw them here. Yeah, like I said, that one piece is super cool. Okay, and they want this to go here. Nice. So you can see we're building this little section because, as you know, we're going to be building the trophy handles. All right, let's see. Yep, just one of those. And what's next? All right, more of these angle plates or corner plates. Yeah, so going back to some of my favorite pieces are these curves. And I use these for the Super Sewer Baby toilets, you know, on the top of the toilet bowl. So this is gonna go, it looks like, yeah, it's gonna go on these sides. Yeah, this is great. I just love the shaping on this. And whenever you get a small kit like this. Even though it's small, you learn some really good techniques. That's why I tell people when they tell me Lego is expensive, I said, well, there are a lot of expensive sets. I will not deny that. There's a lot of expensive sets, but you can get a decent set like this, you know, for $12.99 and still get some really good techniques. Okay, so we put those on, and then we put the yellow on top. So you can see we're building the base with the trophy to be put on top. Okay, so I'm just going to set this down for a moment because we have two sub builds that we're working on. They're going to be put together. Yeah, I really like when I get to learn more shaping techniques. The shaping to me is somewhat of a challenge. But when you start doing it more and more, you start learning about that. Looks really nice, that little curve. Okay, so now this is where the tile would go with whatever, you know, whatever saying you wanted. So just looking at the colors, I think I'm going to stick with this dark turquoise just as a placeholder because it does look better with the finish than it does without the finish. Okay. Awesome. I think I'm tracking pretty well time-wise. I should have looked at what time I started. Okay. All right. So now this will sit right there. Yeah. That looks kind of like a birthday cake, doesn't it? So, but once again, that axle hole, because we do have an axle piece in here. So that 1 2x2 piece that I showed you earlier with the notches and the axle hole, critical part of this build. Okay, we have another sub build, so I'm going to set this aside because we're going to work starting with this. And once again, we have some of these with an axle hole in the middle. Because that's another thing, is I don't really work with a lot of bricks, you know, regular standard 2x4 bricks with an axle hole. So it's nice to see that's included in here. But they are blocking it off here. So it may not be too much of a grip that they have on there. We'll see. We shall see. And like I said, I'm trying something new with the Spotify, so hopefully I won't get any strikes. Like, they claim it's DMCA free, so I just picked a playlist and we'll see if how this goes. Because that would kind of defeat the purpose, right? You start something like that and then it's like, sorry. Oops. All right, let's go like this. Okay. Am I missing something here? No. Alright. I was worried I'd missed a step. Now this is something else I don't have a lot of. These red 1x2x2s with the snot. That seems like it'd be really helpful. And once again, we're building this out. And another one, yellow on top. And like I said, if you just want a set for all these snot pieces, this is definitely a good set for that. And the more I talk out loud, this might be something I just pick up just for the parts. Because like I said, you get all those snot pieces in multiple colors. Yeah, this is a good deal. And once again, my favorite color, medium blue, as these corner snot pieces, but I think it's going to be covered up. It's like, no, don't cover up that beautiful blue. It's like so nice. It's so nice. All right, so you see this little tower that we're building with all these snot pieces. And I know sometimes they color code the red, so then that way in the instructions you know which side to look at. But, you know, we'll see. Let's see what they're gonna do. Okay, here comes the axle. And as I mentioned, so this is gonna go in here. So that's cool. Hello, Cowboy Kenobi. How are you, Cornado? I was just talking about this. Actually, this is a perfect set for you, Cornado, because I know you don't like brickheads. But if you want to get a bunch of these 1x2x2s without having to buy a brickhead, you get the trophy. You don't have to worry about buying into the brickhead ecosystem. Okay, so now we have, and this axle hole I think is pretty cool for what we're going to add here. And let's see. And this goes into the axle again. It's like a little big lollipop going on. And we're going to layer this again. So we have another one of these. And as you know, I build a lot of pirate ships. So they do this a lot with pirate masts, the round masts that they build, where they layer it like this. You have exactly $0 to spend on brickheads. Exactly. Exactly. So if you want to get parts that you would normally get in a brickhead set, you buy the trophy. And the trophy will set you up with that. I mean, I get it, because there's some people, and I talked about this at the top of the hour, that will not buy Harry Potter sets, right? For similar kinds of reasons. Okay, so I think now that we've got that, yep, now we get to put this, and I just want to make sure I put this position correctly, because I want, okay, we got the label here. Okay, and the, looks like the red goes on the outside, like that. So I'm gonna have to zoom out. So yeah, so there you go. And this is a Lego product. There's no branding or intellectual property that they had to work on. They just, nice generic trophy. Yeah. All right. And I was mentioning to Robin earlier that if, you know, I have time, I might share my my mythology challenge build, because yesterday Debo came up with the perfect name for a new mythological character. So we'll be introducing this new mythological character on the Tricky Brick Show. Okay, let's see. And this is another piece that you don't see a lot of, these 1x3s. All right. And similarly, 1x3 tiles. I think we're going to do this as a repetition. I just have this feeling. Because I remember seeing these 2x3s, and I see what they're doing now. And where'd the slopes go? Where are the slopes? Yep, and I was right. So we're gonna make 2 of these. Let's see. I should have thought about doing this from memory, but I don't trust myself just yet. You started your mythology build at 7 tonight? Last minute? Oh my god. You started, oh my god, only a few hours ago? Did you finish? Did you finish and did you get it in on time? That is cutting it kind of close, Spot the Magic Ninja. Just saying. You're cutting it close there. Let's see. Yeah, we got that. And, oh, that's right. See, I would have forgotten this piece. That 2x2. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Move this out of the way. There you get a close-up. And once again, these 1x3s. Yeah, I think if you like this yellow, and you need more of this yellow, this is probably a good set for you. And you don't have to buy a brickhead. You can just get this and get all the parts that you would get in a brickhead set. Alright, and there's a slope. There we go. Okay, so now we have 2 of these. Where are these gonna go? Ah, okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, so these are going to go on the side of the trophy, and I believe this is the attachment points for the handles. So, let's see. Move this back in the frame. Zoom out a little. Yeah, it's a shame that these medium blue corner snots are going to be covered up. Okay, so you can see the shape coming together here. You finished and you remailed it in at like 10 to midnight. Oh my god. Okay, well yeah, that is kind of cutting it close. My mythology build is more of a myth than a build. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm so excited about mine because I learned a new technique that I'm going to be using doing that plate layering. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. And I was mentioning to Robin earlier that it's now double the size of the one that I submitted for Brick Huntress. And one thing I did decide to do is that I do make a reference to Hecate, but I decided to focus more on the Banshee. And the reason why is we're introducing a new character. And I couldn't help but take Debo's advice, and you'll see when I show you later. It's fun. It's super fun. Because you know, if I'm building something, you remember I had to put that panda tile in there. So the panda tile is mandatory. Uh-oh. Oh, I was going to say, where did that piece go? This is the piece I was looking for. Apparently there's only one. All right, so bring this over here. And, I see what you're doing. Okay. So, you know, it's building these little shapes. Your mythology build is definitely a myth. It's not real. I thought you said you were resubmitting something that you did before and that you didn't care what they thought. Didn't you say that the other night? I'm trying to remember, Joel. I remember you said something about that they usually don't like it if you're doing a build for another challenge and you submit it to theirs. But in my case, I did half the challenge for one, and then the other half is an expansion, which is going to go for that. Okay, so you see what we did there, that little curve piece. So that's looking really good. I'm enjoying this. And like I said, whether or not you are into this kind of 3D sculpting kind of thing, there's some really, really good parts in here. So I'm really glad I decided to build this. And we were just talking about how this would actually be maybe a good one for a rebrick challenge because of all the, you know, snot pieces and plates. The only thing is there's not a lot of like smaller pieces for decoration. There's just a few. So that it might be actually even harder to do. We'll see if we ever do a rebrick on that. But I already know what the next set's going to be. Debo has already picked it. I have to order it unless I can find it at another store, but I went to the Lego store yesterday looking for it, and that's when I picked this up. And we'll be making that announcement on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday. So we're going to do the review Sunday, and then we're going to talk about it. So if you haven't built yours yet, the Brickhead Bride and Groom, it's not too late. It's not too late to get your entries in. You have really until the last minute because we essentially go through the Instagram account. Ah, I see. So this is where that tile at the very beginning, they had you put all the stickers on. You would put that right here. You did. The build was never for a previous challenge, but an old build. You'd like it has SSB in it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we love SSB. You know that. We love Super Sewer Baby, so yeah. So you can see this is coming together nicely, but similar to cars where we were talking about you want to put the brick on first and then put the sticker on, I would recommend you do the same thing for these. I think, you know, it just would be nicer to be able to place the sticker now rather than put the sticker on and then put it onto the trophy, in my humble opinion. But here's that at the very beginning where they told you to put all the tiles, all the stickers on the tiles first. So that's something I wholeheartedly disagree with Lego. I know that Debo and I have had this conversation, as well as Ferg, that especially with the cars, it makes the cars look terrible because things don't line up. So that's why you want to put these stickers on last. Maybe they do that because it's easier for the kids, but if you are doing this, you definitely want to do that later. Oh, this is cool. So this is how they're building the trophy and how the angle of the trophy is the way it is. That is cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. And we're building 2 of these. Very simple technique. But like I said, you don't know until you start building these things. But these are the trophy handles. Well, I ended up building the myth and making another myth from the first myth. Oh, look at that. So you remember how we built this out? And we built it out so then that we had the jumper here and the jumper here. So this fits perfectly in that section like that. And look at that clutch. That is some awesome clutch going on there. Yeah. That's a cool technique. Oops. We want to straighten that out a little bit. Look at that. That is cool. And if you want to think about this as ears in the future, you could make this, you know, use that technique to make a head with some massive ears. It's very simple too. Oh, is that it? That can't be it. That can't possibly be it. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I think I missed putting on these Yeah, I was gonna say there's too many pieces left over. How could that be? Yeah, you know, definitely want to do that on the edges. All right. Yeah. And another reason why you don't want to put all of these stickers on is because look at all these tiles that you have left. I mean, this is gold. And all of these 2x2s, you got all of these left over too that you can use for something. You know, instead of, and then you have a full sticker sheet. You can use this for later too. So yeah, if you're thinking about it just for parts, definitely this is good. And really the only thing we have left over are a 1x1 plate and a 1x1 stud. So yeah, participation, a participation trophy because it has no labels on it. That's funny, Cornado. Congratulations, you got a trophy. Thank you for participating. It is so generic, we don't even know. And that's the other thing too, which drives me crazy, is when they print out a whole bunch of trophies with no names on them, and it just says participation and whatever date, you know, it is. It's like, thank you, but so yeah, so that was a quick build. That took it took about what, 40 minutes or so to do that. So yeah, yeah, I'm liking this for $12.99, and you get all those pieces and parts in here, and you get a nice little sticker sheet you can use for something else. Yeah, this is a winner, definitely a winner. And look at all these beautiful tiles I've got left over. And I wanted to mention that I've been talking to Cornado about the tuk-tuk, and my printer is low on yellow ink, so that's why these look a little off. But I printed the parts list for the tuk-tuk, and he was mentioning to me that there's a lot of very common parts in here. And what I did is I just used my little notes to say which ones are red, which ones are tan, because my color printer is off because of the yellow. But I think I wanted to ask you, Cornado, because think I think this is the wheel. Let me see if I can pull it up to the camera. And then there's a, there it is. Yep, okay. So, because I was thinking, I think I have these wheels already assembled. Because if you look at the way it's set up, I know it has like the one wheel in the front and then two wheels in the back. So anyway, what I'm going to be doing, I think tomorrow, is I'm going to try to get these parts together. And Saturday, I'm going to try to build the tuk-tuk using the instructions, because I've been looking for it at the store, but I haven't been able to find it. So I think I'm going to do that. Colors don't matter in this build, okay? That's good. Well, I just set aside all the colors based on what they have in, you know, in the instruction booklet. So we'll see. What I'm going to do is go through. I was mentioning to him that the one piece that I may have a harder time getting is this one, this little Z bracket. I may have a few of those. I'm not sure. So he told me he's got a ton. So I may not be able to build it Saturday, but I can build it in the future. So okay. So let's see. Let me if you want to, like I said, this was a fast build, so, and I think because I did the knolling, yay. But I thought what I might do is, let me see if I can pull up the website, because I can show you this tuk-tuk thing that I'm talking about. Because maybe if people want to, here's another thought. If we collect the pieces by a certain date, then we can build it together on a string. That could be a lot of fun. All right, so let me see if I can find my tuk-tuk. Let's see. All right. In fact, this is kind of funny. I'll show you what I'm actually listening to on Spotify. Here, let me transition over. Oops. So, so this is my Spotify account, and I started this DMCA free. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and that's something that we'll be doing. And I had saved the tuk-tuk. Let's see, I think it's in my other bookmarks. I thought I saved it. Let's see, it might be a file. Let me see if I can find my file. Sorry about that, I thought I had it handy. Tuk-tuk, where are you, tuk-tuk? Let me go to downloads. I think I put it in downloads. Oh, bummer. Oh, I know what I did. It is a bookmark. It should be here. Hold up. Because I remember, I think what I did is I didn't put it onto my top bar. And yes, Joel, you can make fun of me for all my tabs. At least this is a medium-sized number of tabs. Aha, history. Let's see. History. You can see I was doing research on the Banshee. All right. Well, maybe there's my there may be recently those are my recently closed ones. Okay. Here, we'll just go to the Lego site. I thought I was being clever here. Okay, we'll just go to the Lego site and then you like the music? I know it can be hard to build in silence. Okay, there it is. I'm not sure why. I guess I thought I had this saved. Okay, so this is the tuk-tuk 40469. And I think you can see this, right? I'm hoping you can see this. There's a delay on my side on the video. Yeah, I think you can see it. Okay, so anyway, so this, I was talking to Cornado about this, and he says, you know, you can build this in a variety of colors and it won't matter. So you can see what's kind of cool about this is that these wheels, there's this one wheel in the front, and then it has just these two real small wheels in the back. And I'm always looking for ways to use my wheels because I have so many wheels left over. I think many of us probably do. You'll build another one. You're going to have the tuk-tuk army. Well, it's up to you. I know you've already built so many that you probably couldn't build it in your sleep. But I'm thinking this might be fun to do. If people want to download this, it's 40469. And if we collect the pieces by Saturday, then we can have the tuk-tuk group build. And like Cornado said, you don't have to have all the exact colors, just close enough. And I think I know where I can get one of those Z brackets from one of my cars that I think I recently built. I think I could get it from the Jeep, from that, the baby elephant Jeep, remember, from the Friends set? So that might be what we're going to do. Yeah, so if people are interested in that, let me know, because what I may do, I was talking to Debo. Here's that piece I was talking about, this Z bracket. That this Z bracket might be the thing that I might have a hard time finding. But if people are willing to, I was talking to Debo about, I was going to do a test anyway of StreamYard. So I may think about doing a StreamYard group build of the tuk-tuk. And then, you know, we can all build together and show our different tuk-tuks, which I think would be kind of cool. So, in fact, the more I talk out loud, maybe that's what we should do. If you're interested, let me do it. No, it sounds like Cornado, you've got plenty of parts, so you probably could do it. Why is my Spotify now not? Oh, is that because I switched? Did I switch from my? Oh, I used that one tab. Here, let me start my Spotify again. I think I turned it off. Let's see. All right, I'm here. Oh, there I am. Okay. I don't want premium. Okay. I just want to, No, I don't want to download. All right, maybe it's over here. Start a free trial. Looking for music. All right, I think what I did a search on DMCA somewhere. Launch the web player. Okay. I think that's what I did. Yeah. Okay. It's like I only done this a few times. All right, here we go. Yeah, there's that DMCA free. All right, so we're going to do this again. We'll play this. All right, there we go. I think you can hear that. All right, so let's go back to the tuk-tuk. So, yeah, I think why don't we plan on that for Saturday's stream? And this might be something we do in the future, is we pick a Lego set with a pretty easy parts, like this one. Let me see how many parts are in here. Does it say on the front? Doesn't say here. I'm gonna guess it's maybe, I don't know. I'm looking at the parts list here. I don't know, maybe 80 pieces? Doesn't look like a lot. I'm gonna say 85 is my guess. Let's say 85 pieces. I think this would be kind of a fun little group build to do. So I'm going to look for that. You missed the tuk-tuk? Is this the next rebrick? No, it's not a rebrick. I'm actually thinking about doing a group build. And I want to test out StreamYard because I want to try that out. And so if you are going to get the parts and you want to be on the show, then what I can do is StreamYard lets you send a URL to a person to put them in the waiting room, and then you can bring them on. So this is something I think might be kind of fun to do. And I'm also, like I said, I'm preparing for Sunday's show because Sunday is going to be our review of the Rebrick challenge, and we'll be announcing then what the next set is, Joel. So we have not announced it yet. Now the tuk-tuk, actually, I'm not sure if there's enough parts here for a rebrick. And I don't know, Cornado, do you know how many parts are in here? Like I said, I'm guessing 85. Because it's a $9.99 set. So usually the $9.99 sets are somewhere in that range. That's why it was surprising with the video sets that they charged $19.99 for like 70 pieces, which is crazy. But I'm just looking through this, and you know, it's a creator set and it's super cute. And if you go to, I think, have you posted yours, Cornado? I think he's already built 4. So he's building a tuk-tuk army. So I told him I was thinking about making one. So I was thinking this might be kind of a cool group project. So yeah. And then, you know, Joel, you say you don't build MOCs, you build sets. So here you go. This would be a set that you would have to create using the parts that are in your inventory. So you go in and you don't have to worry about color. That's the one thing great about this set, is that, you know, and I've seen the ones that Cornado has built, and that's another thing that I think is kind of frustrating when I'm doing a rebuild of somebody else's, is that if you don't have all the right colors, then you have to order them from Bricklink. But if you have a fairly decent, you know, collection, you should be able to build this. Oh, it's 155? Wow. Okay. Well, that's even better. That's great. So, yeah. So if people, all right, I'm just gonna put the assignment out there, and I'll put this on my Discord server too, and I think I'll put it on Instagram, that if you want to participate in this on Saturday, so Saturday at 9 o'clock, we're gonna build the tuk-tuk, and I'm gonna spend tomorrow, because tomorrow's my day off streaming, is that I'll spend the time tomorrow collecting the pieces for the tuk-tuk. And if you want to participate, let me know. Or even if you don't want to participate live with me, you can participate, you know, just by watching. So don't feel obligated, because I know some of you may be kind of shy. So if you're shy and you don't want to appear on camera, then we can just build the tuk-tuk together. Or you can just do like you normally do, just watch me build it. So You built that set already? Tuk-tuk is one of your favorite modes of transportation? Oh, cool. Okay, well, you've built it already, so you have all the parts. So if you wanted to tear it apart and rebuild it again on the stream. So, you know, this is your chance, Joel, if you want to be live, building live, Saturday with me. You know, we were talking about how we did the mock improv, and I've reached out to a couple builders already for scheduling the next mock improv. People seem to really enjoy that. But I didn't have one planned for this Saturday. And I figured instead of just having me doing it over and over again, for me it was like a proof of concept. I just wanted to make sure that it was doable, and we've proven that. Sounds like fun? Okay, cool. Yeah, so Spot the Magic Ninja. The one thing about StreamYard is that it has a maximum of 10 people. So with Zoom, I can go larger than that, but the problem with Zoom is that the managing of the stream, I have to, you know, do some things behind the scenes, where StreamYard seems like it's a little bit easier. So, yeah, as a villain. No, you're thinking of Joel. Yeah, okay, Joel, if you want to build the tuk-tuk as a villain, and then if we get Debo on to build the tuk-tuk at the same time, then you can say you've built together on camera. And you can do your trash talking on my stream as like preparation. So then you can tell, you know, whoever you're interviewing with, yeah, check out Brickanista stream. That's when Debo and I were a team and we were trash talking everybody. Or you can be your villain. That would be funny. You need practice, you know. If you're going to be on Lego Masters in the future, you're going to have to practice that. Okay, cool. All right, my friends. Well, this was fun. This was really fun. I hope you are thinking about this. And once again, I'll put this up here. The Tuk-Tuk 40469. I'm just going to call it the Tuk-Tuk group build and chat, so that we all are building the same set. And you can use different colors. In fact, I would almost encourage you to use different colors. I might see if I can do this all in lavender and black. And then it would be the lavender tuk-tuk, because as you know, we're doing that as a theme. Oh, that's right. You wanted to see my builds. So I need to share Photoshop. Let me see if I can do that. Like I said, this software, Streamlabs, let's see, I think a window capture will do it. Let me see if I can do this through window capture. Let's see, properties. And we want to share my Photoshop. Let me see if I have Photoshop. Do I even have Photoshop open? I thought I did. Let's see. If not, I might be able to share it with my documents. All right, hold up a minute. Let me see. Did I? Yeah, I do have Photoshop up. So let me try this one more time. You don't need practice. You've been on Twitter recently. You don't have to practice being a villain. Okay. We trust you, Joel. We trust you. We figure. But you know, you keep talking about being a villain. We want to see you in action. We want to see you at work. All right. Where's my aha? Is that it? No, that's not it. I want my I'm looking for my Photoshop. I've got all these downloads. I need Photoshop. Where's my Photoshop? Because then if I can show you Photoshop, aha. Is that it? No? Wow. This is weird. This is weird. Okay, let me try one other way. Because there's a desktop option. And then maybe I can show you this one. Alright, let me see if the screen capture will do it. All right, let me transition over. Okay, so this is my download file, because what I have to do is I put the files from my cell phone onto Facebook and then bring it from Facebook over. So let's see if I can open this folder, our downloads folder, and if I can do that. Okay, let's see if, okay, do you see that by chance? Let me see if I can, because I just opened the file. I might have to do it individually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do this individually. Hold up. Let's see, properties. It would be easier if I could just pull up Photoshop, because then you can see it. Let's see. Photoshop. Ooh. This. Yeah, like I said, it's weird. I've got like 5 Photoshop options, but it's not really showing what I was hoping. All right, so here's my Photoshop, but it's not showing you the, oh, wait a minute. It might be in the corner. Let me see if I can move it over. Oops, hold up. Okay, I think I just need to make it bigger. Let's see if I can make this bigger. And I think you can see that. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I think because of the screen size, but that's the double size of the of my MOC. And I'm waiting for the delay to see if you can see it. So hopefully you can see this. So like I said, I know that when I'm watching on my ThinkPad over here, there's like a little bit of a delay. So I'm hoping you can see it, but I'm also noticing that it doesn't look like you're seeing it. I think you're just seeing a black screen. Okay. All right. I think there's another way I can do this. Let me see if I can do an image capture. All right, I'm gonna try this. See if I can pull it up this way. Like I said, I just filed these, so it's kind of like it's fresh on my mind. Okay, this I think is gonna work. Okay. Yep, this should work. I'm gonna hide this. All right. All right, I'm going to cover my face because I don't think you really need to see my face on this. But this is going to take up the whole screen. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is my double wide of the Banshee is in the over here near where she was before with the crocodile. And then you probably remember I was building the cave, and the cave is up here. And I put Banshee over there. So we have Banshee and Banshee. so I think it came out great. And I've got some flying ghosts. I've got a skeleton coming out of the grave. I've got a black snake and a couple other things. Probably if I had a little bit more time, I would have spent a little more time on the elements, but I also made the trees brown because when they were black, you just couldn't see them. Oh, thank you, Cornado. I appreciate the applause. I think it looks super cool having the black sky, and you saw me do the moon before. You love it? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Robin. Good morning, Taro Knutman. How are you? Ghost Vitruvius. Yes, it is the Ghost Vitruvius. Yes, and ghost. Right. Awesome. You love the colors? Yeah. Well, as you know, I've been doing a lot of black and lavender, and so that's part of what I've been working on. The other thing I'm pulling up in the background, I wanted to show you a close-up of the panda. And as you know, we were talking about this on my last stream, that we had the banshee, and then we were talking about how I needed to put the panda tile in. And so the panda tile is actually in the cave like we did last time. And here, let me transition over here for you. Why is the alligator crocodile there? It's magical. It doesn't need a reason. It just looks cool. So anyway, so the banshee is over here on the left. And as you remember, we were trying to model her after Hecate. And so that's why she's got the two torches in her hand. And then what I'm going to explain is that I'm going to use the banshee as the mythological creature, which is true. In Irish folklore, the banshee is the one who screams right before you know somebody's going to die. And then we created this new character. This is the new myth, is that sometimes you'll see the banshee as a panda, also known as the panshee. And you notice that, yeah, it's the video banshee, exactly. The video banshee, except I added two torches in her hand. The video banshee only comes with two microphones. So she's got that in her hands, and then I made the panda in the cave with the two torches, and it's black and lavender. So that is also, the banshee is going to be the mascot of the lavender lug that we've been talking about. So yeah, and then let me, I have one more image that I can share with you. And this next image is the kind of the side view, so you can see the layering that was done. And I just need to pull that up for just a second. Yeah, Tricky Bricks will only let me put in 3 photos, so that's why I had to use Photoshop to do this. So let me show you. Okay, so here are 2 side views of the backdrop, and you can see, for example, if you look at the clouds here for the moon, that this moon is actually, I think, 3 layers already. And then on top of that, I have those round tiles in lime green. And then you have yet another layer of the cloud here. And then the same thing with the clouds on this side. Now the thing is, I couldn't find any more of these, so I had to brick build the tiles here that have the clouds to make them more flat. And that's why they look like that. 5 weeks until Bandmates 2. Yeah, exactly. Or is it more than that? I don't know months. Oh, I think August 1st, so I think you're right. I think it is 5 weeks. Yeah. So anyway, so I think this layering technique worked really well. And then when you look at the fully composed piece, I'll just do it this way. This should be faster. So there's the fully composed piece. When you layer them together and you stand back and you take a wide angle shot, you don't really see the layering because the black hides everything. And then what I did is I changed the black trees to brown. So you have the full thing. And yes, the crocodile's there, Joel. Even though there's no crocodiles in Ireland. That's because we have this new character, the banshee, who is also part of this. And I think, honestly, if the crocodile wasn't there, as far as color balance, I think it would be off. I think you actually do need something here to kind of anchor it. So yeah, so this is what I'm submitting to Tricky Bricks. And I'm sure they'll like it because they're big into ghosts and things. And this is going to be a mythology about a video character. You know, banshees are, you know, real characters. So yeah, so that's your sneak peek before tomorrow. And I will say, all right, I'm going to adjust myself here a little bit. Okay, cool. So anyway, so thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me. I think, like I said, I'm going to tomorrow go through this list and put aside the parts. And if you're interested and if you want to participate in this, if you go down and download that tuk-tuk and look at the parts list, and then I'm going to try StreamYard on Saturday. So it'll be a little bit of a different format. We'll use StreamYard, and we're going to see how it works. You know, we're going to see how, you know, adding people and being a part of that, and you know, building live and then showing our tuk-tuks at the end. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, and you're asking, what about having the banshee on the grave so that it stands out better? Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about having the banshee there, but since I had the close-up shots, because they're going to the order of the shots are the banshee and the panda first, then the layering, and then the wide angle shot of the whole thing. And hopefully, you know, they'll put it in that order, and then they'll see that, yeah. But you're right, I could just easily move that banshee over to the grave and have her standing on top of the grave. A dismembered leprechaun work too. The only problem is a dismembered leprechaun is green, so it would kind of still blend in with the river. But I like how you're thinking. That is kind of hilarious. Is that the banshee is crying because there's a death that's imminent, and it happens to be the leprechaun. That's funny. You have a twisted sense of humor, Joel. I will give you that. So anyway, I hope you had fun with that. And like I said, for today, I think we accomplished the trophy. And oh wow, you can see, because I have the green screen behind me, that's why this is really looking weird. Okay, well, you know what it is. You saw it on the down camera. And if you do want to get this, you can get this with a lot of the same parts that you would get from a brickhead without actually buying a brickhead. So if you're one of those people who can say, I have never spent any money on a brickhead, and you want those parts, this is a great deal. $12.99. You can make this nice little trophy to give to somebody, or you can keep it for yourself and, you know, be proud of something that you've done, or tear it apart and use it for the parts later. Regardless, I think this definitely is a winner. $12.99 for what, 200 parts. It's really, really a fun little build. And as I mentioned at the top of the hour, if you wanted to, you could just give this box to somebody and say, hey, I've got something for you. Congratulations, here's your trophy. Now go build it. And let them build it on their own. Okay, so I'm going to be back Saturday. Like I said, same time, 9 o'clock. But I wanted to try this new thing of maybe we'll call it a tuk-tuk build-along or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to think of a name. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to try out StreamYard, and if people want to participate and they want to be on the show and they are building the tuk-tuk, then you would just need to download the instructions, go through your collection. So I think that would be the challenge, is that we're trying not to actually buy the set. What we're trying to show here is that you can use the parts in your collection. If you have a fairly decent collection, you have a few cars lying around, you have, you know, a variety of different shapes and plates and what have you, you probably have the parts in stock. And 155 parts that are fairly common. And if you can find those, then, you know, we can all build along together. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go take a look at what I have, put them in a Ziploc bag, just start throwing the parts in there. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, because I told Cornado, I said, I'm not sure if I have that Z bracket. But now that I think about it, I think they used that in the baby elephant Jeep. So if they did, I will definitely take it from there. Oh, Matthew Built Bricks is here. Hey. Well, I was just getting ready to close the stream down, but I just wanted to tell you what we're going to do is the tuk-tuk. I think it's 40469 maybe. That the tuk-tuk. In fact, let me, since Matthew just joined us, let me see if I can pull up my website again. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that I just had the website up. Website, let's see. Do I have the website up? Hold up. Here it is. Okay. All right, so Matthew, if you want to be on the show, I know it's a little early for you though. It may be too early for you because I know it's already what. We can have you on the show in the future, but this is the set we're going to work on. You're not supposed to buy the set. Here's the challenge. You download the instructions and you look in your collection for the tuk-tuk pieces, and then we're going to build it together. You can use whatever color scheme you want. You don't have to follow the exact colors for the tuk-tuk. So this tuk-tuk, and let me see if this is set, yeah, 40469. So you just download the instructions like I've done here. It's 155 parts, pretty easy to find. Some of them you may or may not have. For example, this tassel. That's not as integral for the piece. So if you don't have the tassel, don't worry about it. But a lot of these other pieces are very common pieces, and you can build this along with us together. So that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to do that on Saturday. And like I said, I know it's early for you because I'm going to start at 9 o'clock. And then, or maybe if you come in afterwards, you can maybe join in later. But I'm going to open this up for my followers and see if, you know, how it goes. It's a test. We're going to test a new format and see how that goes. But yeah, if you're interested, you know, that's what we're going to do. When is the stream? It'll be this Saturday at 9 o'clock. So I know that's kind of early for you because I think I've had you join at 11 my time, which is usually 7. So that's kind of early. You have the tassels? Oh, okay. Well, if you want to, but I don't want you to have to like get up super early for this. It's just something fun to do, and you can always follow the stream later too. But that's something that we're doing. And since you're here, I'm going to give you a preview as well of my mock. So here's my mock. This is what I submitted for the mythology challenge. So I think I'm really proud of it. It's a double wide. I started with a 32 base plate behind on a 16 by 32 base plate in front, and then I doubled it and then created a new character too. In fact, let me see if I can pull up the other character. There she is. So we have Banshee on the left, which is this one, and then we have Panshee on the right, which is a female panda Banshee, the Panshee, which happens to be also the new Lavender Lug mascot. Thanks for letting you know, and that mock's epic. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You can't make it? You have lunch with a friend who's moving out of state Arizona? We're doing this at night. You're having lunch at 9 p.m.? So, no, my usual time, Joel. It's my usual time at 9 p.m. on Saturday. Not 9 a.m., 9 p.m. So unless you are having lunch at 9 p.m. at night, then yeah, that's fine. If you can make it, great. If not, and I wanted to point out Taro Knutnen, I don't know if you noticed this, but my lavender cross here on this grave is a Celtic cross. So I modeled it after a Celtic cross because Banshee is Irish. So anyway, that's fun times here. All right, so I am going to go back to my full screen. And I'm glad you stopped by, Matthew. So I was literally just getting ready to say goodbye to everybody, but I wanted to just make that announcement. Saturday, 9 p.m. Pacific time, we are going to make the tuk-tuk. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that I have most of the parts. I think I do. I think I have the tassels too. So this was a suggestion by Cornado because he and I have been chatting about the tuk-tuk, and I just decided, you know what? I think I have those parts, and it would be kind of fun to build. You heard 9 a.m.? No, 9 p.m. My usual time. My usual time. Maybe I misspoke and said 9 a.m., but no, 9 p.m., my usual time, Saturday night. We're going to all build the tuk-tuk together. And like I said, I'm not a speed builder, so I fully expect to be the last one to finish. But I think it'll be fun because, as I mentioned, Cornado had told me that it doesn't matter what color you have. So you can have, I'm going to try to find as many black and lavender pieces that I can to work on this. And, you know, you can pick whatever color scheme you want and build a tuk-tuk out of that. So what we're going to do is download the 40469, look at the parts list. You have all day tomorrow and most of the day Saturday. And then we're going to start at 9 p.m. Pacific time. I thought you streamed at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. I only did it that one time. I only did it that one time when we did the mock improv. And that was because Tricky Bricks wasn't having a meeting that day. So no, I usually stream 9 p.m. When I'm on YouTube. It's Thursday and Saturday at 9 p.m. and then Sundays at 1 p.m. So I guess that could be another option. Maybe we should do it Sunday at 1 o'clock. Would that be a better time to do the tuk-tuk build? Because oh no, we can't. Because that's when Debo and I are doing our overview. Yeah, no, let's stick with Saturday. Saturday at 10 p.m. You can join the stream? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to try StreamYard. So it might be a little clunky because I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to test it out before Debo and I go live on Sunday. So yeah, we're going to use StreamYard. I might actually do a test tomorrow just to make sure Saturday's okay. But yeah, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a tuk-tuk build and chat or community build. Maybe we'll call it a community build. And this one would have been suggested by Cornado, and then we can do a different community build in the future if somebody has another build that they have in mind that could work. I know one of the things I did early on is Brickworm, myself, and I'm trying to remember who else. Maybe it was just the two of us. We did the Christmas Dove, which was a December build that they used to have these little mini builds that were given away at the store before the pandemic, and they had the instructions for that. So we may pick one of those in the future, but I think this will be fun. So yeah, so stay tuned. I will get more information out probably either on my Discord server or maybe on my Instagram account. Actually, maybe Instagram would be easier. But anyway, so Saturday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's this Saturday. Let's see, what day is that? The 24th. So Saturday the 24th, 9 p.m. Pacific. We're going to do a tuk-tuk build and chat. So, or build off, community build, something. We're gonna do that. It'll be the first time I've done something like this, so it'll be fun. Okay, my friends. Well, once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you, everybody, for just hanging out with me while I explore this journey on the different streams, especially on YouTube. And thanks again, and I hope you have a great evening. We will see you on Saturday for the tuk-tuk community build. Thanks again. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.